Hey everyone, Kuro the Artist here, and welcome back to another Ben 10 breakdown. Boy oh boy, we have quite the episode to get through today, because this whole episode felt like it was messing with me. Somebody made this episode just to give me a hard time watching it. It's a melting pot of many things I don't like about the show, and even bias aside, it's an all-around random, inconsistent episode that runs the same 3 jokes into the ground with nothing else happening. If you watch these 3 clips...
That's Ben Tennyson. Yes, I'm sure.
The name's Hobble. I'm kind of in charge around here. Victoria, how did you...
You've basically watched the whole episode already, and nothing of value gets added, and that's not sarcasm. It's insane that this episode is even part of the Inner arc, because nothing happens here.
And don't even get me started on...
Now, I deeply abhor making breakdowns on bad episodes. It's really not that fun, but then again, neither is watching those episodes. But the completionist in me can't stop. There's plenty of rant and critique sprinkled throughout this video, especially in the rating section. So to save y'all the repetition, I'm gonna cut this intro pretty short, but I do want to say that if you've been keeping up with the breakdown, you'll see how much effort goes into making Charmcaster a layered, complicated character. Not to be confused with morally correct and deserves to have her actions excused, but a character treated with respect in her writing, swaying the pendulum of virtue, motivated by a yearn for love and companionship, and uses tragedy as an excuse for her tyranny, while also having many justifiable grievances and circumstances that strengthen her character. Of course, the concept of redeeming her is usually where conversations like these go, and while I would still vouch that a storyline could work for this, especially since Hex gets redeemed off screen and no one seems to complain about that, I want to put all the talk of redemption aside to emphasize the true issue with her character here, is that she loses all of that depth and nuance for this.
That's a rubber ducky.
He amuses us. We don't have much time! He didn't mean it as an insult to you.
This is not a real character. Like I said, I covered a lot of Charmcaster's development over the previous breakdown, so I said pretty much all I could say, and I'm glad I got it all out there because there's really no time to get into it here because I was basically drowning in absurdity. But to help fish me out, Kellen's joining us once again down in the break room. So if this is your first breakdown and you're curious about how my rating system works, there's a detailed description down below, along with a link to all my previous breakdowns, but by all means watch this one first. I'm sure you'll still enjoy it. Now, on to the breakdown. Charlotte Fullerton teams up with Kevin Rubio on March 29th, 2014 to give us Charmed, I'm Sure. Charmcaster leads Ben, Rook, and Hobble through the castle zs'skayr to get the Alpha Rune. So we're getting a good look at zs'skayr's castle here. I don't think we saw it in the last episode, but now we're getting a good look at it. I think this is very interesting.
It's like medieval flail.
These protrusions on the side remind me a little bit of Charmcaster's castle, which is very coincidental since she's about to show up.
Charmcastle.
And zs'skayr's lab. It's fascinating how every villain has a lab.
Are they high up in government here? Are they like actual kings and stuff?
That's what Ryan and I were trying to figure out, because he kept calling himself the High Ectolord, but we never really see him in any type of political power. He's just kind of frozen, hunched over right here. Was he supposed to be holding something?
zs'skayr.
Charmcaster's back.
What is this? Why is she zs'skayr?
She's very angry at him. She has to point at him with all of her fingers to show all of her anger.
With all 5 fingers.
All 5 fingers. Have you ever gotten 5 finger pointed at before, Kellen? It's very intimidating.
I have. I peed.
So she was last seen in a very different spot emotionally and as a character after the whole brigade of Michael trying to weasel his way into Ledger Domain and into her castle. And I actually went back and watched a lot of my previous breakdowns to try to re-understand both her character and also what my thoughts were on her character. I said pretty much everything I could in the previous episodes on why I admire the multiple layers to her character and how she's not purely good or evil. Whereas here, it's sort of like Victor, where she's just very different from everything that came beforehand. I don't understand why they chose her of all characters to bring in if they're just going to treat her very differently.
I don't know. She's really powerful. She's like got political power in Ledger domain, right?
Yeah, and she is a fan favorite character too. If they're not going to continue anything that the previous episodes of her set up, it just feels like a waste to me. How do you feel about her design?
I like it more than the AFUA era. It evokes my era of punk rock and stuff. She's very Green Day.
I have a weird opinion on her UAF design. I don't even know if I really like it, but it just feels the most like Charmcaster to me. I don't know why. It feels like also an evolution of her character. It does look a lot more mature and confident than her original series self. Objectively, I think her Omniverse design is really cool. It might even be her best design, but just because it resembles a version of her from beforehand, at least for me, it almost feels like a regression.
A bit too revisionist, but I like UAAF for like, that's her Gwen 10,000 look to me, is UA.
I can agree to that. If we didn't get the UAF look in between these two looks, I don't think I'd think anything of it.
And you are...
Here to reclaim the Alpha Room. It is an object as old as time itself.
That's the audience. I don't know to what you're referring. Please explain.
It's so weird that they're doing a lot of effort to connect Charmcaster and zs'skayr. They're just not likely characters I see meshing. The previous episode, he was like, oh, I was trapped in Ledger Domain for no reason, and now we're going into the Alpha Rune lore, and then he has it. He's just messing with her right now. I'm not sure what the motivation was to like make zs'skayr very magic-based for Omniverse.
Yeah, get power from wherever you can, I suppose.
And a source of ultimate power.
Oh, this Alpha Room.
It's just kind of floating in there too. I wish we saw his ribs and stuff more.
I am Charmcaster, conqueror of Adwaita, and I will not be denied.
And she's denied. Well done.
Yep, well done. She already feels like a giant parody of herself.
Omniverse paradizes everything that comes before. zs'skayr from the first one would never have bowed just then.
And then do the whole cheeky, oh, you mean this Alpha Rune sort of thing. For the more I watch Omniverse, the more I have to appreciate it in isolation. Because I don't really have a problem with any of these. It's funny and entertaining. But just like having to accept these are the same characters, it makes it tough. I forgot they were here. Oh my god, I thought that was Hobble. That was Ben.
Me the morning of a convention.
That's really high.
Yeah, that was really good, Yuri. Well done.
Yeah, I thought that was Hobble. Why would Zeke send her here?
For funny.
Zeke can probably just teleport here too himself. He just doesn't. Good scream. Good scream. How do you feel about the whole Galactic Monsters rebranding, by the way?
It was like season 6, right? They had to do something. I don't mind it. I think it harkens back to the initial impetus they had of making it like Stranger Things, more monstery and mystery.
I'm so filled with joy because I get to see my boy, Ben 10.
Not cool.
He's fully clothed. And here's my boy.
Swamp fire!
Yeah, my boy.
Swamp fire!
Yes, my boy. It's my boy. It's my boy. My boy Swampy here. It's my boy. 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 It's my boy Swamp. It's my boy. Yeah. It's my boy. My boy. It's my boy. It's my boy. It's my boy.
Hey, he's back.
It's my boy! He's supposed to smell horrible, right? Being right here in this enclosed space, right under his armpits, this has got to be terrible for her.
She cast the no smell spell.
That's Ben Tennyson.
She's turning them as if like the guys inside can see based on the eyes, or if that's like her just being crazy. I should probably explain. So she's got a whole bunch of these small villains and characters from past episodes turned into totems, trapped in that bag who she's talking to, but we don't know that yet. Now, for now, it looks like she's just talking to her bag. Who's in there right now? I know Darkstar's in there and Adwaicha's in there. It's just Adwaicha and Darkstar in there as far as I can tell.
Him? That's Ben Tennyson.
But both of them know who Ben is.
I imagine they just can't see who it is, so they're just like, wait, who's that? Who's that?
Yeah, he has looked better.
Oh, okay, never mind. If they can see him, it doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, he has looked better.
I feel like that's supposed to be a joke about him having a zit right now, but currently he's Swamp Fire, so there's just so much disconnect with the writing.
I don't know, I think it's a loofah.
And why do you seem more cuckoo than usual?
So at least they're trying to acknowledge it a little bit, like they know what they're doing, but I don't think that makes it good.
That was quick.
He's got more zits
now.
Oh god. Those are, ugh.
It's disgusting.
I'm always so grossed out by like just natural bodily fluids and everything in TV and animation more than gore. I would rather see somebody like clean ripped in half with their guts spilled all over the place than watch someone like drooling or
puke or whatever.
Yeah.
Canadian cartoons were big offenders when it came to that. 16, I remember, had an episode, you know what I'm talking about, where they all puked all over each other.
I can't handle that kind of stuff, dude. Like pimples too,
Yeah,
especially.
me
If
neither.
I forgot if it happens, but if a pimple pops in this episode and there's pus everywhere, I'm gonna throw up.
Occupado!
Oh wow, joint writing in this episode.
It took 2 of them to write, I don't know, I think it's a loofah.
No, I did not zap us here. Providence? No, I don't think so.
That's always been a weird line. Some people think that's like a Rex reference, but it would be so out of the blue for it to be a Rex reference.
Him? I don't know. He's new.
I think they're overdoing it a little bit, the constantly talking to the bag thing.
They're really driving it home.
Charmcaster has put a spell on you.
She's a hex girl.
She looks like a hex girl too.
True. I want to see Derek's take on the hex girls and see if Charmcaster can fit in.
How do you know about Charmcaster?
Gwen told me. We speak all the time.
It's kind of weird that he's never mentioned it till now, though, huh?
I swear they brought it up at least one time before, but yeah, it is very scarce.
She has attached a hideous parasite to your face. Stand still.
More than one.
He's gonna shoot Ben in the face.
He's been wanting to do it for a while.
That's a rubber ducky.
In the shower?
I hate to be so nitpicky, but having her say something like,
That's a rubber ducky.
it's just so far removed from the Charmcaster that I like. Is she faking it right now? Is she pulling a Toby?
Could be.
She may be acting like she's a few sandwiches shy of a picnic, but I'm not buying it.
That's you.
For real? So far, I do like all of the lampshades on it. It makes it feel more intentional and it makes me more okay with it, but it's still, I don't know. I'll have to see where it pays off.
I know all about Charmcaster. Gwen told me.
Yes, just to reiterate.
I know, but he's being bad.
None of them talk in this episode. I think Hobble does because Steve Bloom's there.
Yeah, Carlos Alice Rocky took a break, I guess.
We should work together towards a mutual goal. We both want zs'skayr.
You've tried to destroy me on several occasions.
She succeeded once.
He didn't mean it as an insult.
Who would she be talking to there? Like, is she talking to her freaking bag right now? Because she's not doing that to Michael.
Is she doing it to Michael to, like, mess with him?
She's actually been hooking up with Adwecha this whole time. She was dining on turtle soup, if you know what I mean.
Keep going.
How much longer do you think we're gonna be stuck here? Rad?
Pans over to Carlos's booth and he's not there.
Does anyone else want to be an adult here?
I can respect them trying to cover it with like the whistles and everything, or like the to give it a little bit more personality, but now they're drawing too much attention to it, where even if you don't like know voice actors and how it all works that well, you can tell it feels really strange they're not talking. Yeah, Steve's here. He can go, Did you hear about the statement? I think Derek said it, that him and Charmcaster end up together in the Omniverse future.
I don't mind it as long as it's way far in the future.
Can you imagine doing that to like your ears or whatever this equivalent would be? That's not hair.
Shrek doing that to his antenna.
Now we get to see Master Rizzler bobble up in here. How much game does he spit?
He's the Riz Hopper.
I'm kind of in charge around here.
Yes, I know.
She's not rejecting him. She's like, you know what? I'm kind of digging his chili.
Okay.
Great. Check you later.
She's just playing hard to get, man.
The Riz Hopper strikes again.
He plays the long game.
Now who's the irrational one?
Zs'skayr is within your reach, and I can help you defeat him.
When she puts it that way, I get it, but with the way she was acting, I wouldn't trust her. You're in here talking to your bag and everything, and you're like, trust me, fight alongside me.
He's thinking the exact same thing. Look at him.
You know what? It would actually be pretty interesting if this was Sunny. It doesn't make too much sense either, but it would at least like give a character that basically has nothing to them some more screen time and some more development, and B, not take away everything that Charmcaster built up the past couple of series. And she can be kooky and crazy and you wouldn't care because it's a blank slate, Sunny, so you can do whatever you want with her. Holy shit, we're 5 minutes into this episode and nothing's happened.
Even if I wanted to team up with you, I can't leave the ship anyway.
They've been there the whole time, by the way.
I was saying this last breakdown, he has this coming to him because he had many chances to put aside his prejudices and everything, but he kept doubling and then tripling down, and then by the end of the episode, straight up ignored anybody trying to tell him different. So this is well deserved. Maybe that's why you have acne, dude. You keep letting trash just sit all over your face. Like, there's a correlation here, man.
He does that multiple times a day. Alien banana. Fireworks. We don't have those on our planet.
Yes, we all share one brain cell.
They run after the fireworks.
This is a good shot, this little town shot right here. You think she's high?
Just say
Her
no.
considerable powers, in addition to our own, would make a formidable team against zs'skayr.
I also don't understand why they're acting like dealing with zs'skayr is such a big deal. He was a frequent antagonist, but he's always been defeated very easily in the exact same method every single time. They don't even know anything about Lord Transil right now. They think it's just zs'skayr. So just run up to his castle, turn into atomics, like exactly what you're going to do in the next episode. Why are you waiting?
Okay, now it's just too much.
Yeah, that's a lot. And he spoke sophisticated sentences in the last episode. He was like clearly a mutual peer, and now he's kind of like the dog sidekick.
I'm on your side here.
This system needs me. That's all there is to it. I learned that from reading about you.
Even episode to episode, they can't be consistent with their own characters. They could have just had him be off screen.
Ahem.
Hobble's here to fuck.
No, the stumpy one may come.
He amuses me.
He amuses us.
Oh, right.
Did you? I thought you were just saying a generic response, and that just so happened to be what she said.
I was, but I guess it fits with the character.
Yeah. Somebody pull up a chair for Kellen in the writer's room. He's got this shit on lock. Getting a lot of really good backgrounds. I remember really liking the look of Inner Transil, but last episode I was trying to look for more shots like these and there wasn't that many. So I guess it's this episode or the next one that really shows off the landscape.
That did not match the motion. That's like me curtsying and saying, Sabra. Also, how does he know sub? He's galaxies away.
I don't know, they have the word mummy out here. Most of Inner Transil's flair and stylization is all just aesthetic. They still just act like humans.
It's a shame. I would have loved to see how their societies would differ.
It kind of just feels like they're still on Earth, except everything looks monstery. Even then, you could be like, oh, well, that's the point. They don't do a lot with that point either. Damn, they got people hollering in the booth for this one. I like the plumber backpack.
Now you can walk amongst these hideous, disgusting, nightmarish creatures.
Don't call them that, Rook. You're the one who's supposed to be morally right here.
And he was last episode too. But then there's also the case where the last episode made a big point where it's not just humans versus the inner system, it's the whole universe, like everybody, including Rook. So how come Rook and Hobble and Charmcaster, they're not getting any type of flack or prejudice against them? It's supposed to be anybody who's not from a nerd, not just humans. Feels like I'm watching a completely different concept of Inner Transil than what I just saw last week.
Toe a frog, eye of newt.
Are these blended up? Is this a blended up pureed eyeball? I don't like how these are so overly comically large. I don't know. I'm such a hater with this episode. I don't like watching episodes I don't enjoy.
Looks at how much is left.
I had to know. I was like, I don't have anything good to say about anything I'm watching right now.
Who knows? Maybe you'll change your mind.
I remember like in the mirror fight. We'll get there, but I think that's it.
Gwen suggested I carry some emergency magical supplies.
She's supposed to be going by Gwendolyn now, and I feel like that's something Rook would know to acknowledge and respect.
Victoria!
Get it?
Like Victor Hugo?
Like Victor von Weebelschnipp?
Like Victor Von Doom?
Like Vicky Lewis?
Like Icky Vicky Ew Ew?
Like Pickle Vic?
Okay.
Okay, we'll stop.
Is that my name?
Bye now.
Where's your parents?
No, I can't talk to him. I don't know if I love him.
Again, who is she really talking about? Like, I get the joke is, oh, she's talking about Hobble, but is she talking about Ben?
Maybe she's not talking to anybody. Maybe she's literally just doing this to mess with him because she knows that he likes her. This will amuse me.
Throwing salt over my shoulder? It's just a superstition.
Whoa, my zits aren't just big, they're way big.
Try this instead.
Tastes awful.
You were not supposed to drink it.
You should have said that. That's easy to assume. I'm on Ben's side.
Unless Rook is now also fucking with Ben. It's fuck with everybody episode.
That's the point of a filler, I suppose.
Isn't that crazy how this kind of really is a filler episode when they have such little episodes to deal with the plot anyways? Like, they should not be messing around. I like how you can kind of see underneath them too, like they're walking on one of those floating platforms.
It reminds me of Gravity Rush.
Hey folks, just give me 10 seconds of your time to let you know 5 Whale episode 12 is coming out November 8th, and in December you can expect episode 13 along with the pre-orders for our trading cards. Start saving up and saving the dates. Now back to the breakdown.
The castle's the scare.
The purple lightning from the first series.
That is a good touch.
This castle is zs'skayr.
Check this shit out. Isn't this the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life, Ben?
She's enjoying life. She's having fun.
I want whatever she's taking.
Is it castle? Is it really?
It'd be funny if it's not even called that and Charmcaster just told him that.
You just did it.
Tell me about it.
Those scarecrows do not seem to be very effective.
Just crows with more eyes.
These could be any number of things. Pre-charged spells to like animate them. These could be living beings. These can be controlled by Zeke for some reason.
I don't want to say they're living beings. I don't think that's as fun. I bet it's spells or it's some kind of Ladat thing. Blood magic.
Beetle would be really useful if...
There's my boy.
And here's the first variant. He's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. He went from having 4 fingers to 3 fingers. The face shape is alright. This should have just been his regular look for Omniverse and them not do the evolution at all. As probably the biggest Swamp Fire fan, it really sucks that I don't enjoy this episode because this is Swamp Fire galore and it's wearing me down.
What is up with Swamp Fire?
It's also a little strange because you don't see Ben use Swamp Fire basically at all in Omniverse. As Omniverse fans, we're not attached to this alien. We don't know what to expect. So this being like, oh, what's going on? This is weird. It doesn't land.
I like how they were also like, okay, D, so just make him Swamp Fire, but more manly. Huh?
They're just completely fireproof, I guess. At least with Gwen, flying's supposed to be such a big deal, but Charmcaster's just doing it all the time. And Gwen's supposed to be better than Charmcaster.
That was a cool pose, though. It was very anime.
Putting her all into it. She kind of looks like a clock. Charmcaster's magical bolts are more destructive than Swamp Fire's fire. Or it's because it's magic on magic. I think I remember that being a thing.
That was easy.
Oh, wow, there's so many of them now.
Little help here.
Leave them.
Nope, they just suck it in.
Yeah, they ate the fire. That's kind of cool. Although all of them are doing it now. Maybe they share an energy source that powers them.
Magic versus magical creatures.
I like that rule, but I can't help but feel it's been contradicted all the time.
Well, that's all I got.
What? You were doing good. What do you mean? That's all you got? You're Master Sorcerer Supreme.
Summon some freaking rock monsters. Can't she still do that?
She's messing with him. She has to be.
I freaking hope so at this point.
Why don't you ask your little friend?
Ben wants to know if
I was kidding!
That's pretty funny though. I like that.
I thought your methanosian form could control plotline.
I can't even control myself!
Still doesn't even try though. He's like, yeah, that's interesting, Rook. Fire.
Huh?
Trying to get to the castle!
Just freaking telekinetically controls all of these spikes, but she's like, oh, that's all I got earlier.
Definitely messing with him. I love that. Wait, play that again. That was really funny. It's just a hard cut.
I held them off as long as I could.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus.
Why is she there? How'd she get there?
How did you...
What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food?
You're now taking directions from a purse.
Gwen said that would work.
I bet you Gwen was messing with him too. He like walks up, puts ice cubes down his back and slaps him in the nuts. I'm sorry, Gwen said that would work.
You're texting Gwen?
Their service must be incredible. Also, it's weird to see Rook with a cell phone.
This way.
Gotta do a standard MC Escher reference.
If it's a spooky thing, then need to have that painting in there.
Back up very slowly.
I like that echo they put on his voice there too. This is zs'skayr when he was human.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's Yzma?
Yeah, he died and turned into an ectoneurate.
Come play with us. We are not
That's
going
just Steve Bloom talking to himself through 3 characters.
What, The Shining?
Come play with us. Not going that way.
This was probably the most interesting part of the episode to me. The Anur mirrored versions of all of them.
Mummy, sorry.
Look how her hair is part of her mask. That's an odd choice though. But
it's fun though.
It looks neat, yeah. Rook's Loboan form having part of his Ravonagander pattern in there. And of course Hobbles is this giant Frankenstein looking thing.
Yes, you have lost weight.
And of course Ben looks the same.
God, his face is gross.
Oh.
Coolest thing ever!
Fire?
There's my boy.
I like this form of him. It's cool looking.
The face is kind of cool. I don't like the collar, and I don't like the shade of green. It doesn't look swampy. He almost looks like a medieval knight.
No, I'm not thinking about swamp. I'm just thinking about a giant fire flower. But he does look like a knight, yeah.
Thinking about it like that works. I think if anything, he could at least use a little bit more texture lines. Just something.
Yeah.
He's too smooth.
You are ugly.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Why?
Did it get in his mouth? I don't want to rewind. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible.
It's on his teeth.
It's also interesting that the mirror uses its Omnitrix like an Omnitrix 2 to transform. They do sound like glass. Listen to the contact. It does sound like they're like ceramic or something.
They are monstrous versions of ourselves.
I got that, Rook.
Thanks for the exposition, Rook.
His foot is overlapping Hobble here.
Hobble does seem the type to like to get stepped on.
I am noticing that the mirrors aren't using any powers though. The mirror Charmcaster isn't using magic, and the mirror Swampfire isn't making fire, so it probably is all visuals. You ever been bitten by a mirror?
They're mirrors! Break out!
So why did nothing they did before break them? Maybe knowing they're mirrors is what's taking away their power.
Punched this mirror with her bare fist. That's tough as hell. Knowing this reveals their lab, I'm thinking this was a zs'skayr's door and only ectoneurites can enter through here because they phase through it and anything else gets distracted by the mirror things. It's so weird to see him sitting. They should have came up with some type of throne that works with him like floating.
Ooh, I would have loved to see a floating throne.
Maybe a throne where it's just like the armrests in the back, but no seat. It's a little weird, but also him having a throne is weird too, so you might as well play into it even more.
I've been expecting you.
He's got gums.
Purple lightning? But that means...
I wonder if purple lightning is somehow linked to the Alpha Rune. I guess this is more pink than purple. Was the lightning outside the castle more purple?
Well, it was kind of pinky too. But that's the same shade of purple it was in the original.
Yeah, maybe they're linked or something. I'd buy it.
Not quite the sorceress you profess to be.
He's a much better speller than you. You can't even spell zs'skayr, I bet.
The Alpha Rune is mine!
And Hobble's here too.
Now that I've drained all its power.
The bottom of his jaw floats off of his head. When he turns his head around in the last episode, he does it with his hands as if he needs assistance, but here he's just doing it.
Of my victory.
They spend most of the episode getting back into the castle just to be teleported out.
Because they needed somewhere to go for the next episode.
But they were already here. I hate the pumpkin enemies too. It's like, oh god, now we gotta go fight the pumpkins again.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Exactly.
That's you.
It is. Pointing it out doesn't make it better.
They've done that multiple times this episode.
I know, it's just, there's really not much to talk about in this episode. Sorry I wasted you coming on the breakdown for this.
Oh, now they work.
Because they know better now. Now they know. Whoa.
The Alpha Rune is weakened, but
Far from powerless.
Do they even know what they're writing at this point, or are they just saying shit? Ooh.
Oh, there they are.
One little guy.
Oh, how do you like this?
The rock vor?
No, this. The rock armor.
This was pretty sick. I'll give them that.
Yeah. It reminds me of Rojo.
Yeah, it's similar helmet shape.
Spikes.
It's got the skull on the chest. It sucks that this only shows up once, too.
Coolest thing ever!
Ben is just me in this episode.
Pretty much. Why do they keep commentating on stuff? Well, that was weird.
Well, that just happened.
That's the coolest thing ever.
It's like they're phoning it in, but also want you to know so they don't feel as bad.
It's as if this was one of the first test episodes for being the kind of cartoon that you can watch while also on your phone. It describes it in the background. Cartoons do that now, because that's where the ads are on the other phone.
Let's squash these! Squash!
That was in the commercials. She betrays him? Who the thunk?
I do like this small visual difference with her blast. I didn't like how in Ultimate Alien, in this episode where she kills the whole trio, she was more powerful technically, but all of her magic and special effects looked the same. So I like seeing a visual difference in powers too when a character gets an upgrade.
It is not so awesome now, is it?
No, it's still pretty awesome.
Ben loves getting the shit kicked out of him.
Me at cons.
Oh no. No.
Yay!
No!
Yay!
You know something, Kuro the artist? You're my best friend. Me, Swampfire, from Ben 10 Alien Force.
I don't know, man. This really took everything about Swampfire that I liked and threw it away.
If they had done this kind of thing to Buzzshock, I probably would have been sad too.
Feels like another like meaningless course correction. Like the only reason why they did this is because Derek found Tom Perkins's old Swampfire art after he designed Swampfire, and they're like, oh, I gotta find a way to put that in the show. So this whole thing is just wish fulfillment on like, oh, now we can use Tom Perkins designs, which this doesn't even look like Tom Perkins's versions. There's so many reasons I don't like this.
I do like that it plays more with the aliens maturing thing, like Big Chill kind of did.
The Big Chill maturing thing, the whole episode was about that. This is thrown into this episode. It's got nothing to do with Charmcaster. It's got nothing to do with zs'skayr or Inur. It's just, this just so happened to be the episode they did this with. Such a weird decision to do. It's a weird spot in the story to put it. I don't know. The hands are cool. I like the fingers. Yeah, Ben is me in this episode. I'm so sick of these pumpkin things. They're not a fun enemy to watch.
It appears that your new form has given you command over them.
Bert just dies. That's cool.
That's pretty good. That's cool. That's cool. We got the one Pumpkin Man copy pasted throughout this whole thing. This reminds me of a similar shot Max out with the DNA aliens. Though he's not really using his powers to control these pumpkins, so I feel like they're listening to him out of respect for being a mutual plant thing, which makes me think they're intelligent.
I think he's just overriding the magic that came before.
Attack!
Now the vines are drawn very differently. They're drawn as part of the background. They look like bamboo here.
She just sort of let that happen, huh?
She got eaten by the rock monsters. Now she's just open for anybody munching on her. Like, oh man, pumpkins? Maybe I get a pumpkin suit.
Okay. Oh my god, this is so annoying.
Throw her over the ledge.
I don't like this subplot.
Yeah, look, kid, you're great and all.
And the whole episode stops just for this too. The one thing I would do to try to redeem it is she is a Transillian. Let her participate in the fight. Give her lightning powers. Show up Hobble.
Yeah.
Even Victoria has to save Hobble's ass or something.
I got a Glock in my Rari.
Whoa!
The Smashing Pumpkins.
Shut up. Keep going.
I changed my mind.
Which one?
My love!
Do I know you?
So cruel. They're very consistent with that hand swirl thing too. I like that. Wow, look what's more powerful than all of you. That's not even a magical spell though. That's just an ingredient. So even the ingredients of a spell, that's not magic versus magic. The fish.
Why is she staying still? Whatever.
This is literally just a fucking fish.
Not my weakness, fish. Tractor breastplate.
Why is this fish not taking down zs'skayr right now? Is the alpha rune like on a necklace or is it just on her?
Not getting it off.
Ooh, the glow and the sparkles on the mist is cool. But yeah, there goes her armor.
That was the weakest armor ever. She's literally just standing there for all this.
This isn't even messing with him anymore. Like, she's getting her ass beat for no reason.
Is there anything left in there?
Just Gwen's book of spells.
Why does he have that? Why do you have that?
How much you want to bet the page we're gonna see is Transfera Identica because they won't design any other pages?
Should I throw it at her and hope she gets a paper cut?
Come on, Will.
Shut up! This episode.
This whole episode is fucking with me now.
We're Hobble now. We're getting messed with.
No, read it!
The whole thing?
Rook is not this
not
stupid.
That dumb.
Could you be more specific?
Oh my god, this is very out of character.
There it is, Transfera Identica. Switch bodies with Charmcaster. She fell for the same trick twice. This episode started and ended with her getting teleported off guard.
She was just standing there. She seems pretty incompetent now.
She is stupid. Like, she's not just crazy. She's not emotionally drained. She's not manipulating. She is genuinely just stupid in this episode.
Where did you send her?
I have no idea.
Puberty's over.
Hey! Of Swampfire, slowly blossoming into his new form.
That just feels super tacked on. Maybe I would have liked it more if it felt like there was more dedication for it too. Like what they did with Big Chill. They should have made the episode about this.
I don't know what I ever saw in you.
This is also stupid because entering Ledger Domain used to be a whole thing. You can open up a book and not know what the fuck you're doing and teleport someone to Ledger Domain. You think she lives in this little thing?
Sure.
Yeah. she lives in the Nickelodeon funhouse.
It's all your fault!
It was strictly his proximity to the Alpha Room.
Who the fuck is that? Logically, it sounds like it should be Adwecha, but that's not John DiMaggio, is that?
No, he's a different voice actor in this one.
Yeah. Steve Bloom takes over Adwecha in Omniverse.
Your bravery amuses me. You must be Spellbinder's daughter. I can only do so much in this current form in which you have imprisoned me.
Then... I don't know, because so many things she said to her bag wouldn't line up if she was talking to Michael or Adwecha. And I would have given it to her if she was messing with them, but now I've seen this whole episode, it really does seem like there was no logic or thoughts behind what she's doing. So therefore, half of her dialogue doesn't line up with who she's talking to. It's all just a bunch of fucking nonsense.
Sounds right.
And you! A lot of help you were. Okay.
Ugh. Well, there's that episode. Yay. Do you have any closing thoughts?
I like the swamp fire design, but not as swamp fire.
Oh boy, I can't wait for the comment section on this one. The plot's gonna get a 0. Do I really have to justify it? This takes up a whole third of the Inur system arc, and nothing happens with Zeke, or Inur Transil, or the Vladats. In fact, this whole episode didn't even have to be on Inur. This episode has no place being on Inur Transil in the first place, and that's kind of a big deal. Or even magic and zs'skayr in general. I don't know why they're trying to force a connection so bad. Zeke was never a magical being to begin with, but now all of a sudden, he has the Alpha Rune inexplicably. He can match Charmcaster in a battle twice. He has an army of magic pumpkins. Even Zombozo showing up here on a rocket would have made more sense. It takes a whole 9 minutes out of the 22-minute runtime just to even get to the castle, which means the first 9 minutes is just them walking there and making jokes about Charmcaster's sanity and Hobble wanting to gobble her lucky charms. If I wanted to watch people walking somewhere without anything happening, I'd watch Lord of the Rings on mute. Then once they actually get to the castle, it's the same temple run plot we've seen a dozen times already. And after everything they do in this episode, they end up back in square one, like this didn't even happen. This whole episode builds up to a reset. I want to say what was the point of all of this, but I'm so sick of asking that. Even if I was going to mindlessly watch this and be like, well, there is no point. It's just fun entertainment. This isn't even a good plot for that. The Swampfire plot was tacked on. The Victoria plot was tacked on. This whole episode literally accomplished nothing. And characterization gets a 0 too. I'll tell you what, from this point forward, I'm not even gonna talk about Charmcaster. zs'skayr jokes around way too much, even in the new Omniverse Coat of Paint. Comparing zs'skayr from the previous episode and then how he'll show up next time, this one is extra goofy, like uncharacteristically goofy. Rook contradicts everything he stood for earlier. Ben is also his extra cartoony self here. And yes, while I did side with a lot of his comments, his dialogue felt more like a mouthpiece for the writers than actual character things he would say. And even though I appreciate them trying to cover Scout's lack of a voice actor for this episode, they overdid it to a point where they're contradicting a character they made for this arc that just showed up for the first time last episode. I need a breather. I'm sorry. Okay, where was I? Characters? Hobble's crush on Charmcaster is the first time they gave this character something else to do than be the guy to get scared, and even that got run into the ground. There are no real characters in this episode. Visuals, I'll give it a 3. Backgrounds were solid, had some really cool designs like Charmcaster's armor and the Inur mirrored characters, but other than that, this episode was kind of empty visually. The fresh new flair for Inur was already shown last episode, and in this one, there's not a lot of characters. The streets are surprisingly empty. I do think Charmcaster's magic was animated very cool in this episode, and while I'm not the biggest fan of Swampfire's blossomed form, I can acknowledge the dedication towards it, but there were no real memorable visuals to this episode. No great fights, no signature locations that you need this episode to truly appreciate. It was pretty. It was a pretty episode. Now, importance you're gonna need to hear me out on, because I'm gonna give it a 2. I've established how this episode does nothing to develop the Inur arc at all, and I mean, you could point towards the power of the Alpha Rune being the thing that revives the scare, but be honest, if you didn't watch this episode and you started The Vampire Strikes Back, would you really be lost? Did this episode really do anything to give you a satisfying explanation on the Alpha Rune that you could not have gotten if you didn't see this episode? Not to mention it never shows up again after this. You could argue this sets up Charmcaster's arc, as she becomes a main antagonist later on, and is pretty important to Gwen's story finishing out the series. But the next time we see Charmcaster, she just shows up at Friedkin University anyways, like nothing happened. In fact, her last appearance, she was at Friedkin University, and in her next one, she's gonna be at Friedkin University. It almost seems like it makes more sense to skip this. I wouldn't even call Swampfire's blossoming important, because because later on Chromastone gets a brand new appearance too, and they don't even bother explaining that. But this is the Ynur arc, and this does heavily feature Charmcaster for the first time in Omniverse, so I'll be generous. But if I'm speaking from the heart, I think going even lower than a 2 would be fair. Entertaining is a 2, so we're wrapping it with a 7 out of 25. It does kind of suck that Omniverse is getting more zeros than any other show, but if you think about it, Omniverse has almost twice the amount of episodes as any other show, so it's gonna get more of any score than any other show. This was kind of inevitable. So as a Swampfire fan, it is pretty cool that he's the only alien in the whole franchise to have 2 whole episodes where he's the only alien used. The fact that it's this one though, well, I might as well get a subscription to Jack Daniels. But here's some fun facts. During their mirror fight, you can see Mirror Charmcaster using the Staff of Ages, even though in her next appearance, the whole reason Charmcaster went to Gwen's school was to get the Staff of Ages. So it's pretty peculiar that this shows up here. It's also interesting that Rook knew about zs'skayr from the Plumber files the last episode.
Do you never read the files? zs'skayr is Ghost Freak's real name.
Yet here, he knows about Charmcaster through Gwen.
I know all about Charmcaster. Gwen told me.
While Rook's resourcefulness is notable, it makes me wonder if the Plumbers don't have any files on Charmcaster. Maybe she magically erased them? Also, Ben says,
"Who with the what now?"
after saying it in 2 previous episodes.
Who with the what now? Who with the what now?
It's like an unofficial catchphrase. We had some polls last time. For favorite civilian alien species on Enter Transil, everyone was gravitating towards the Enter Transilians. When I was watching this in real time, it was pretty even at first, but after a bit, it did gravitate towards the Transilians. That's probably who I'd pick too. And also, obviously, most people like the upside down zs'skayr face. I was just curious to see who would vote for right side up, so for the 6% of you, thanks for voting. Despite my criticism, 77% of people really do like the Enter system. I'll always wish it was more scary and more alien, but it is really freaking cool. I can't deny that. But on the contrary, 78% of people didn't think the Galactic Monsters branding was worth it. We got some polls this time around too. For my first question, who had your favorite Ynur mirror design? The second, here's just a fun, strange one. Would you ship Hobble and Charmcaster in the future? My third question is, what do you think the magical pumpkins are? And lastly, y'all probably saw this coming, what's your favorite Swampfire form? Let me know what you think in the community tab when this video goes live. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And as always, keep it fizzy. Special thanks to Andrew Analik in the ink cartridge tier, and Elizabeth Susan and Maps in the ink barrel tier. Your contributions greatly help the future of this channel, and we couldn't do it without you. Thanks.